You've probably been seeing these 6 trends that I'm going to share in today's video everywhere lately. So I'm going to walk you through the 6 trends that are everywhere right now and why it's worth considering them. Some of my favorite trends right now are not trend items that you have to go out and purchase, but they're ways of styling things you likely already have. So this first trend is scarves. Now, most of us might have a scarf or two in our drawers somewhere or in our closets that are part of our wardrobe. And a lot of times, maybe you haven't really known how to style it, or maybe you've tied it onto your bag, but you may likely already have this item in your wardrobe. So the biggest way I'm seeing scarves styled everywhere right now is around the waist. So tying it around the waist and having the tie be on the side. So this is a really fun way to bring some interest to an otherwise simple outfit. I've also seen it styled over a monochrome dress, and I think it's such a fun way to bring another layer, a little bit of dimension and interest to an outfit. It's also a great way to add some waist definition to an outfit, especially if you're someone like me and maybe you're not drawn to wearing belts, or maybe you don't like to do a half tuck or a full tuck. A scarf is a great way to add definition to your waist. So this is a trend that I'm seeing everywhere and I'm really loving, and I think it's fun. And again, most of us probably have a scarf somewhere in our wardrobe that we can try this trend with. Now this next trend is another styling trend, and it's one that I am loving and doing all the time these days, and that is tying a sweater over my shoulders, or even you can tie a sweater around your waist. Now this isn't something that is necessarily new. It's definitely something we've seen before. It's definitely something that has resonated with more of the preppy style type in the past, but I feel like now this trend has been everywhere, and it's such a great way to add some dimension to, again, a simple outfit, to add a little bit more interest or to add some texture to an outfit. So I'm loving this trend, especially now when the weather's still warm, but it is kind of getting cooler in the evenings. It's just a nice little thing to have something like a sweater or a cardigan wrapped over your shoulders. You can leave it undone like I do sometimes, or you can even tie it. And I am loving how easy and effortless this trend is. And this is one of those trends that you can try right now. I'm sure you have some sweater or cardigan or something in your closet that you can wrap on your shoulders or tie around your waist to add this little bit of interest and dimension to your look. I also love the ability to add color to an outfit with this styling trend. So I like to put my pink sweater over my shoulders, and it just, again, just gives a little bit of color to my outfit and makes it feel really chic and stylish. It's really simple to just start to incorporate this trend. And this is how I like to bring trends into my wardrobe. I like to try new things, try ways of styling things a little bit differently in a new way without necessarily committing to purchasing a trend item or a new item that maybe you're not sure if it'll last or if you'll like it 6 months from now. Now, this next trend is something, again, that we've seen for a long time. It's not something new, but it is something that I'm seeing everywhere right now, and that is vertical stripes. So I don't have anything that's a vertical stripe in my closet, but if that's something that resonates with you and your style, I think this is a trend that will last, that we've seen for a long time. So whether it's a vertical stripe in a button-up shirt or a pant or a full head-to-toe look, I think this is a really fun way to add a little bit of interest, especially if you're someone that's more drawn to solid colors, that you can add that vertical stripe and it just adds a little bit more dimension to your outfit. And if this is a trend that you want to try and maybe you don't have anything in your closet right now that's a vertical stripe, look for a silhouette that's more streamlined, that's more classic. That's another way you'll know that this trend will last in your wardrobe, that this item, you'll be able to wear it for years to come. And another thing to consider about vertical stripes, when the line is going from top to bottom, it actually creates the illusion of lengthening and elongating that part of the body. So if you have a vertical stripe on your shirt, on your top, it's going to give the illusion of a lengthening of your top half. Or if it's a vertical stripe on your bottom, if it's pants or a skirt or something like that, you'll see that lengthening on your bottom half. Now this next one is another styling trend that is everywhere right now. And again, it's one that has been around for a while. It's something that I'm sure you've seen before, but maybe you've never tried in your own closet. and that is styling a button-up shirt like a layer. So wearing a button-up shirt open, and this can be a cotton, it could be a linen, it could even be a silk if that's the button-up shirt you have in your closet, but wearing it over a tank, a cotton tank, a silk tank, or even a t-shirt. It can even be worn open over a dress or a top and a skirt. The sleeves can be rolled up, or maybe they're going to be left down. Maybe you're still going to do a tuck or a half tuck, but leave most of the shirt open. There's so many different ways to style this button-up shirt. And look for your version, one that you likely already have in your closet. Maybe it's a white, maybe it's a vertical stripe, maybe it's a blue, or maybe it's a blush like my favorite button-up shirt. It's also such an easy layer when you don't need something heavier like a cardigan or a jacket. Instead, you can use a button-up shirt. So I think this is a great styling trend that's everywhere right now that if you haven't tried, it's worth trying. And when we're talking about styling an item versus just wearing an item, what it comes down to is having more intention with your outfit. So adding something like a button-up shirt is more intentional, even if it only took you a minute to put it on. It's a great way to add depth and dimension to your outfit. Now moving on to the trend that I have seen for a while, I've loved on other women, but it took me a year before I decided to try it on myself. And that's the vest. So I am seeing vests everywhere right now in a tailored classic silhouette with all different necklines. Some are a high crew neck, some are a V-neck, some are a square neck. And this is where I say it's helpful that if there's a trend out there that you're seeing and it involves purchasing the item and bringing it into your closet, give yourself some time to bring it into your closet. You don't need to go out and buy it right away. Get the new trends at the beginning and the start of every season, because that's likely how you're just going to cycle through the trends, how they're going to go in and out of your closet, and you're just going to end up with a lot of discard and a lot of waste. So for me, seeing this vest everywhere, it took me a year before I decided I wanted to find my version of a vest that I wanted to invest in. So I really love the structure of a vest. I think it just adds a little bit more polish to an outfit. It's a great alternative for everyday wear that you can style for daytime, maybe with shorts or jeans and a pair of flats, or you can easily dress it up for the evening with a skirt or trousers or a heel. It's pretty versatile. And if you're able to incorporate a trend into your wardrobe in a classic silhouette, in a neutral solid color, you're probably going to get the most wear out of it that way. You're going to be able to style it a lot of different ways. And for me, that's important when I am deciding whether or not to bring a trend into my closet. And the next thing I'm seeing everywhere are polka dots. This is another trend that it's not new. We've all seen polka dots. You likely have something in your wardrobe that's polka dots. I actually have a bathing suit that I've had for several years that's polka dots that I love to wear in the summer. But polka dots are back and they're everywhere. And if you already have polka dots in your closet, or this is a pattern that you really like and want to try, this is probably one that I'd recommend. You'll get a lot of use out of. Again, as long as you find it in a simple classic silhouette, in neutral colors, and in a fit that resonates with your personal style. So whether you're choosing a polka dot dress, which is a great way to bring in this print, or a polka dot skirt or top, there's so many ways to bring this trend into your closet or to start wearing the polka dot pieces that you already have. Trying a trend or two, a season or two, especially if it's a styling trend, can actually be a really fun and intentional way to bring a little bit more creativity into your outfits. But I recommend not rushing into them all at once. Take your time. Make sure that this is a trend that resonates with you and your personal style and that you feel inspired by. If they're styling trends, use the pieces you already have in your closet. That's the easiest way to feel modern and still feel on trend without purchasing new items. Let me know in the comments which of these 6 trends you have or you've tried or you're planning to try. So hopefully this video gave you some new ways to think about trends and how to bring them into your outfits and into your wardrobe. For new videos every Thursday to help you with your style and your wardrobe to feel great in your clothes and to make your wardrobe feel unique to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications for new videos when they come out on Thursdays. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next week.